Mesechus Shabbos Daf Kuf Mem Dalit. In the sugya of sechita, there's a famous kasha from a blazer tells that he asks, why isn't it also for a mother to nurse her child on Shabbos? The child is being dosh, is being seichit the milk from its mother, and let it be awesome in Torah. So there's a tremendous discussion in the Achronim about this kasha, and it's totally in many different sugyas. In the Iker kasha, there's two different parts. One part of the kasha is that the child should be also to be menik, and then when the mother is giving the child to nurse, it's safinim biyadayim. You can't be safinim biyadayim to a child, or issa deraisa. Another kasha is that the mother herself is as if she's being mefarik by being maimed her child on her to nurse. And the same way you find in the Magen Avram and Even Oizer that Magen Avram says to be maimed and aluka, to put a leech on somebody to suck blood, is a malacha midiraisa on Shabbos, because it's like a garzin biyad achosiv. It's like the maisa of the person that's putting the leech on. So we hear also she is putting the child on her. That's her asiya, and according to the Even Oizer, it's because of Maimet. The Or Sameach points out that according to the Tzad the Gemara, by us, that the cholav that comes into the mouth of a child is oichel, then it's not shver, because it's not mefarik, it's oichel. However, like the Tzad the Gemara, that it's mashke, then it's shver. And the Har Tzvi says that luli divrei or Sameach, he would think even like the Tzad Gemara that's oichel, it's still a problem of farik, since the isha is not oichel. Only if it's oichel to oichel, then it's not considered mefarik. Like it's from an animal, it's not considered mefarik, because if animal is oichel and it's going straight into oichel, but isha is not oichel, so therefore it should be a problem. However, Sameach says that it's not mefarik if it's oichel. Now, Yashiv points out that according to the shitas Rishonim, that there's no mefarik by something that's not g'du karka, the kasha is not shver. It's only like the Rishonim that even without g'du karka, it's mefarik. So to answer the first kasha, why isn't it issa safinim biyadayim? The Blazer Gordon and Shita Shabbos say that be'emes, the Gemara says in Yuma Davayin Ches, that to give a child something that it needs to eat for itself is not a problem of safinim biyadayim, the haina revisa, even if it's not a situation of a sakana. However, Blazer Gordon says that it's before that even an older child, the Heishanim, theoretically could nurse, and you wouldn't say Hain Ravisa in such an old child. So to answer this kasha, this Shvisas Shabbos says that although other Isurim and Tzavur in the Mishnah Brura, you can't give to a child, even a small child that doesn't know that he's doing anything wrong. However, by Shabbos it's different, since Melechas Machshavas Asur Torahs, to give a small child to nurse is not an Issa B'chlal. V'yesh the falpil on this teretz, we come at Stodim, be'emes, the Iker Svara is be'emes, the Emebina says his Svara in regard to why do you need a pasuk to tell you Ato Bincha by Shabbos, let it be Issa Svinim Yadayim, like we mentioned the Shir of Kuf Chav Aleph. And he says, because Shabbos Melech Machshavas Asur Torah, so cotton doesn't have das, so it wouldn't be B'chlal Safinim B'yadayim, only because Ato Bincha. Yesh La'ayit. Why don't you say Ato Bincha over here by a tinnik? At least the father should be over. And Ayin Chaim Oizer and his Chuvas argues on the Imibina, and he says, no, a cotton has Machshava from Melech Machshavas on Shabbos. Just for other halachas, doesn't have Machshava. But for the Alma, he has machshava. So it could be over here, in the Shvisas Shabbos case, that's a young child, everyone agrees that's not considered machshava. And the Iker Machloikis, in Rebina and Chaim Oizer, if a child's das is considered das from Lechs Machshavas on Shabbos, there's a tremendous yisoid in the Shitas Chulin, on Chulin Yud Beis, that he has a tremendous arichas, many steers if a cotton has das and the cotton doesn't have das. And he says a cotton only doesn't have machshava when he has to be chal in the cheftza But any other case, a cotton has machshavas over here, a cotton has machshava for malachas machshavas on Shabbos. Another order on this teretz of the Shvisas Shabbos that's not malachas machshavas by the child being manic, according to Yesod Gadol that's mavur in Reb Chaim, brought in Oil Avram and Ksubas Davir Aleph. Reb Chaim comes to answer Teisus Kash Davir Aleph that how could you be toivel a ger cotton l'das bezdin l'choyer ein shlichus the cotton. On that, Reb Chaim says that there's two different halachas of sechita. One regular halacha of sechita mitam shlichas, and there's another halacha of sechita that's mavur in the Rambam that acheres makna works because of sechita, and that's not shlichus. The makna is not a shlich of the koina, but since the makna is giving to the koina, so he could stel zu das for the koina, and that's another halacha in sechita, but it's not shlichus that the makna could stel zu das for the koina, since he's partaking in this ma'ase, so he could stel zu das for the koina. So Reb Chaim says that's the answer to Teisus Kash and Ksubis, that by a ger koton the bezdin could stel zu the das midin sechita, but it's not a sechita mitam shlichus, it's a new din of sechita. So l'choyer yesh la'ayin that over here also, since the mother is being manic her child, and the only reason why the child is not a Melechas Shabbos is because it's missing das. So how much the mother is being maimed her child on her to be manic, let her das stel zu to the Maisa of the child and let it be a Melechas Machshavas on Shabbos. Unless you say it, you don't say it, in Chavan La'odam El Befonov, V'tzorichi and Oid B'zeh. To answer the kasha, why is the mother Mechuyev Ayin Shvisas Shabbos? And the Yashiv that says, according to Mvur and Even Oizer, that says that if you maimed a animal to eat grass, it's not considered maimed on Shabbos because it's not Melechas Machshavas, because the animal's eating to be mahana herself and not b'toras malacha. So over here also, since the child is being manic, it's not a melechas machshavas. But the ikar havana the Even Oizer is tzorichi and gadol. What does it make a difference? The fact that the animal is eating to be meichel herself, but still the animal is cutting the grass. Why isn't that a malacha mitzad the bailam? Ayin hart tzvi is matmiya on the svar of the Even Oizer. I've an Ayin Mebino that disagrees with the Even Oizer, and the Havana in Divrei Even Oizer is according to a teretz from Reb Shlomo Zalman that comes to answer this kasha. How could a child be manic? And he says the child can be manic because it doesn't have a shem malacha. It's arachila. Since the child is eating, it doesn't have a Torah's malacha. The beer is, like we spoke out, that for Shabbos you need a Maisa Malacha, and over here it's not a Maisa Malacha, it's in Torah's Achila. Another teretz to answer this kasha, the Shvisas Shabbos says the answer to all the kashas is that it's not derech disha through your mouth, and although this child is derech disha, but since in general dishas that's not the derech, it's considered klachayad, and it's not an issa deraisa. But ayin the shir daf kuf gimel, we spoke in arichas many achroinim about in klachayad. You have to look at the ma'isa that's being done or the derech b'chlal of this malacha. Another teretz to answer this kasha, the Har Tzvi and Rebbe Yashiv say that over here the child is not being manic, the shir could grow in one shot, so therefore it's a chatzi shir and it's mutter. Although chatzi shir osem in Torah, it's vur in Rashi of Ayin Dalid, that it is a chatzi shir osem in Torah even by Melechas Shabbos. But over here it's not chozid, it's trufei. So therefore, it's not also minat Torah. So the Har Tzvi says that although in Melechas Shabbos you could be mitzdarif even after K'dei Achilas Pras, like it's vur in the Gemara Daf Pei, he says over here, since it's not be'en, you can't be mitzdarif. This is a chiddush, and it's totally in the Chakir of the Pri Megadim that we mentioned on Daf Pei, that Pri Megadim declares if the Yisoy that when it's not be'en, it's not mitzdarif, is that specifically by Haitzah, or is it by all Melechas Shabbos? Then the Har Tzvi brings a tremendous chiddush from the Tevis coming from the Pri Megadim that ladies don't have the Isser Chatzi Shir B'chlal. Yesh la'ayin b'zeh l'choy, it's totally in the Chakir of Rabbi Chanan that we mentioned Daf Kuv Dalid, is what's the ger of Isser Chatzi Shir? If Chatzi Shir is a new Isser, because you might come to a Shir Sholim, so it's very understandable that on that new din, a lady's not Muzar. But if the Avodah Chatzi Shir is, that's a chelik of the Iker Isser, so the same way Isha has a Shir Sholim, so the Chodesh should have a Chatzi Shir as well. You could say Afal Pikein, she wasn't Muzar in it, the Tzarech Ian Bezeh, Ayin Yolas HaShachar, that says another teretz that since the Isha is not getting any the milk in her hand, it's not a Meleches Mefarik B'chal V'ayin Shal.